All protocol observed. Good afternoon. I'm Isaac Were, as stated, so I'm going to go straight into it. So my presentation will be on holistic wellness for young engineers in Kenya. That is my table of contents, from introduction all the way to the conclusion. So the introduction, holistic wellness is an account of both physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. The wellness enables individuals to cope with stresses and maintain productivity even in perceived adversity. The major influential factors for adult worker are wellness, depression, anxiety, self-efficacy, and health status. So we have various wellness programs by various organizations. That is health checkups, telecounseling sessions. Other countries are doing 4 days work week. Others are working from home. There's an equation there, I'll talk about it later. There is such a problem and rationale. Mental health for the young Kenyan engineers remains a significant concern. In recent years, cases of depression, drug abuse, suicide, and other self-harm tendencies among the engineers have spiked. So there's a lack of awareness for mental health issues among Kenyan young engineers and their employers. So there's urgent need for guidelines to reduce depression, stress, anxiety among engineers, and also the need for advocacy for mental wellness. I'm going to skip the study objectives because they have been covered. So the methodology, we administered Google Forms. So we asked the young engineers some questions, and they expressed their opinions and motivations on mental health issues. The questions, as you can see, some of them are there. Probably you will read them in the paper, but for the case of time, I'll skip them. Then the results, we have results there, degree of happiness from local companies, foreign companies, government, non-profit organization. You can see many people are very unhappy. And then we have mental health triggers. Toe-to-toe is poor remuneration and unstructured work environment. We can see knowledge of attempted suicide. These are young engineers who know people who have tried to commit suicide, drug abuse, and all that. You can see it's quite a lot, 74. Harassment cases in workplaces, major concern. You can see there's sexual harassment, there's verbal, there's physical. Those are very huge numbers, very great concern. We can also have we can see the mental wellness implementation. So the young engineers suggested some ways to implement their issues. And also, again, toe-to-toe is fair compensation and structured guidance and mentorship. I hope the organizations responsible for that are noting. Then the young engineers also had some measures they said they were undertaking to maintain on and cope. Some of them are working out, greener pastures seeking. Some are working on their reports for registration. Others are attending therapy and entrepreneurship and all that. And then the discussion, the poll was done for 324 young engineers. You can see the degree of happiness as earlier stated. 36% in government, 33% in local companies, 5% in foreign companies, 2% in non-profit, and 24% were unemployed. Self-harm and mental wellness, 26% no young engineers who have attempted self-harm. 96% of the unemployed see the unemployment as a significant risk factor for poor mental wellness. And then 38% of young engineers considered leaving the profession, which is very dangerous. 69% who left the profession are saying they are getting a good test in that. Then we've talked about the workplace triggers, the physical and the harassment. Then 71% of the formation, support the formation of an engineers member club where engineers can actually meet senior, young, and have this form of connection. And then 62% of the respondents, they were willing to seek professional help. So those are the results that were earlier discussed. And then you can say for my conclusion, the young engineers suffer from adverse mental wellness. Now we need to change that. Then the rise in suicidal cases need to be checked. And then the structured guidance and mentorship, the remuneration, the mental wellness campaigns and all that. And then, well, there's the acknowledgement. I'm going to acknowledge my co-author, allow me, Paul. We did this paper with him. We were with him in Mamboleo Miwani. Data availability statement, of course, will be there, provided by the ASEC guidelines for publishing. Then the ethics statement, this thing was conducted. The respondents keep reviewing the research, so we were tailoring it to their needs. Conflict of interest statement, none whatsoever. And then those are my references. And then I am going to talk about the equation, just 1 minute. So there's an equation that was up there. The water engineers, they know about it. It's there's a fraud number somewhere. So you know about frauds, number critical, subcritical, supercritical. So the mental wellness right now is at supercritical. So meaning we really need to check on it. And then there's that last question for structural dynamics. We need to be dynamic in handling this mental wellness issue. And you know, for the structural engineers, we do something called dumping. So we need to dump this mental wellness issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Another